Well, Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper brushes off calls for an inquiry into reports of violence against Aboriginal women. Harper says the government has no information about allegations of abuse committed by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. He, however, says that a commission would pursue the claims. Human Rights Watch has accused Canadian police of mistreating Aboriginal women. The group says many of these women have reported excessive use of force, strip searches, as well as physical and sexual abuse by male officers. According to Human Rights Watch, dozens of murders and disappearances of women have been reported in the country's northern regions. It's calling on Ottawa to investigate those reports. Well, from Calgary, I'm joined by Autumn EagleSpeaker, Canadian Aboriginal. Welcome to the programme, ma'am. Mr. EagleSpeaker, first of all, Thursday is the annual day of justice for missing and murdered Aboriginal women. Tell us more about the circumstances of Aboriginal women and girls in Canada.
Well, the rate of murdered and missing women in Canada has gone up increasingly over the years. It's close to up to about at least 2,000 women and children that have been disappearing over the years. And the event on Thursday, which is to celebrate and honor in recognition of the many missing and murdered women across Canada, many events will be taking place to commemorate these women.
And why do you think the Canadian government is opposing calls for a national public inquiry into violence against Aboriginal women?
I think that the Canadian government is actually really afraid to look at the whole issue in itself, because that's just one of the many stems of the larger root, which is the problems that the Canadian government has created themselves, and increasingly by taking away funding for programs that further marginalize Aboriginal women and put them in a place of disposition.
And how active has the Natives community been in the past years? Especially, we know that Thursday is going to be the annual day of justice for missing and murdered people. What programs do you have in store for today?
Well, all across Canada and many of the major cities, and in even the many smaller communities, Aboriginal people will be gathering to celebrate their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunties, cousins that have disappeared over the years. And in many celebrations, it will be candlelight vigils. In Calgary, taking place actually will be a glow stick flash mob, round dance and rally, as well as a march to celebrate and commemorate the many murdered and missing women that have disappeared.
Indeed. Well, we'll have to leave it there for the time being. Many thanks to Autumn EagleSpeaker, Canadian Aboriginal from Calgary. Well, you're watching Press TV News, and Press TV's Amir Hossein Iskandar is in today to tell us more about the world of sports. Amir.
Well, Hassan, I know you're a big Man U fan, and Manchester United take advantage of a drawback home, and it was Cristiano Ronaldo